Hello there. Today's video is going to be all about the pens, highlighters, ink pads, and washi tape I'm going to be using in my 2024 Hobonichi Cousin. Hello there. My name is Holly, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel and to my craft room. And if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm glad you returned. So today I'm going to go over all the ink pens and washi tape and stamp pads and just everything I'm going to be using in my 2024 Hobonichi Cousin. So first, let's take a look at it. So this is, I've finally done the cover. So this is just cardstock and then a clear cover with the silver stars. And I've put my tabs on for the daily sections. This is the oh my gosh, pencil board I have for my Hobonichi. And so far the only thing I've done is adding these stickers here for the monthly view. And these don't necessarily go with what I'm going to do for the monthly and weekly and all that, but I'll explain that in a minute. So, let's get started. So I've bagged them all up in little, whoops, actually I don't want to start with the monthly yet. I want to start with what I'm going to be using for the dailies. Sorry. Whew. I'm not doing well today. What I'm going to be using for the year view, the month view, and the weekly view. So I've kind of scribbled it out and what I'm going to be doing. So first off, we're going to look at the yearly overview. And I just scanned these pages from the Hobonichi and printed them off. So they're not, you know, they're not Tombow river paper, and they're not certainly the right gradient of these blocks and stuff. But my plan was my first thought was to use this for like major events I have going on. Birthdays, anniversaries, events I've got to travel for, things like that. And then this block down here, I thought about using for like major cleaning stuff I do a couple times throughout the year, and sort of plan it out so I can like get it done the way I should. My second thought was to do every day in here, do the high and low temperature. Not sure, I'm not very good at that. I've tried doing the high and low temperature before in various planners and journals I've had, and I don't really keep up with it too well, but we'll see. Anyway, so that's that. And then the monthly view, since I'm going to have birthdays and anniversaries in here, this is why I think I may instead just use this for high and low temp, and then put, you know, these kind of special events and stuff all in here. So, and then also my bills, you know, my mortgage and things like that I have to pay. That's for the monthly. And then for the weekly, this is where I'm going to do sort of like things I have to do like all the time, or like phone calls I have to make. I know I need, you know, on Tuesday, I know I need to call my mechanic on Wednesday or something like that. Over here, these due this week, these are going to be sort of, basically, they are going to come from this section here. So, you know, I'll have a whole list of things I have to get done in the month of February. And what I'll plan to do is on the weekly, I'll put the ones I plan to do that week in here. And then hopefully between the two of those lists, I'll get them all done. And then down here, do a little line with like daily to-dos or, you know, like things, you know, how you wake up in the morning and all of a sudden you go, oh, geez, I've got to do this. And, you know, write it in there. And then across, just above that, right across, keep track of what I'm making for dinner. Kind of like a plan for meal planning, but also just what I ate kind of thing. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. That's my plan for all of these various sections. And now what I want to show you is what my plan is for pens and stuff. So there's two pens I might use for this, and these are both Staedtler Triplus fineliners. One is one is color 36, and it's either called dark gray or it's called indigo blue. Where I purchased it at Michael's, it was called dark gray, but color charts I've seen call it indigo blue, so I'm really not sure, but it's number 36. And then this one here is, oh gosh, I can't read it, number 85, and this is dove gray. So those two pens are probably the ones I'm going to use. And then for a highlighter, I'll use the Mildliner, Zebra Mildliner in gray. If I want to throw some color in there to maybe, you know, bring something out, I'll use these two Tombows. One is 772 and one is 533. And then finally, I also have a fountain pen that I will probably use more than either one of these two. And this is, the color in this is one I absolutely love. It's, hopefully you can see that. So that's the Japanese name, and it equates to Rigor of Winter. So it's a dark, smoky gray. I really quite like it. Here, I'll show it to you here. So I know it kind of looks fairly black there, but it's really not. It's really a very dark gray. Okay, and then for washi tapes, I have all sorts of washi tapes I could use. I am not going to have these all in my bag at the same time. I'm just going to pick a couple and use those for 2 or 3 months, and then I'll move on to a couple others and use them. So that's what I'm planning for that. And then for stamping, I'm going to be using, this is the color here, and it's the Memento, oops, get this to Memento Gray Flannel. And this all fits right in here. Okay, next we'll do the monthly. So first up, the month of January. And what I'm going to be using for the month of January is, and I have these all bagged up and ready to go for each month. Some of these washi tapes are not necessarily the best for these, but I've you know, I just kind of dug through what I had and to figure out what would work best. But we get these little, the little foxes are the right color. And these are sort of the right color. These flowers. Whoops. And then this washi tape here has some goldfish and stuff that are koi, I guess they're koi. That would be a good color for these. And then for the pen, I'm using the Staedtler Triplus fineliner, and this is color 7-3, which is called Burnt Sienna. And then the Mildliner is Vermilion. And so that's what it looks like there. And then the ink pad is Studio G in color 960. So here we go. Oops, and I spelled Vermilion wrong. For February, these are the washi tapes I'll be using. I'm not sure I'm going to use this one or not. It's really not the right color. I don't know. Maybe it is. I'll see. So those are the washis. And then for the stamp pad, I've got Tim Holtz Distressed Ink in Walnut Stain. And the Staedtler Triplus is color 33477. No, just 77. All of the Staedtler Triplus are 334. And this is called either Tobacco Brown, or I've also seen it called Warm Sepia. So I'm not sure which one, but that's color number 77. And the Zebra Mildliner is in brown. Okay. For March, these are the washi tapes I'll be using. And the ink pad is, I'm sorry to say, I can't even tell you what it is. It's this unbranded little square one in a lavender color. I believe this is probably, I don't know, probably 22, 23 years old. I think it came with a activity book that my daughter had when she was really little for Barbies. And I have a pink one, this color, and then I think there's a light tealish blue. Anyway, the Staedtler Triplus fineliner is color 6-8 in lilac, and the Zebra Mildliner is in magenta. Down below the video, in the description and all that, there's a list of all these pens. All the pens, all the Mildliners, highlighters, and all the ink pads I'm using. I'm not going to list the washi tape because that's just, I don't know where I even got half of them anymore. So, and I'm not actually linking any of them. I'm just going to list them so you can choose to, feel free to buy them wherever you like to shop. I've sworn off Amazon, so most of these, though, most of them I bought at Michael's. A few I ordered from Jet Pens. But yeah, most of them I got at Michael's, and I got them on sale, like with 40% off coupon or whatever. So worked out pretty good. Okay, for April, here are the washis I'm using. I'm having trouble focusing here. There we go. I think the kitten one is, oh, actually it's upside down. It goes this way. I think that's just adorable. They're all hanging from a line. Little fish and the cats and everything else. And mostly I'm using it because all the little fish are like a pinkish color. So that will go with this. And then the Staedtler Triplus is color 2-3 Bordeaux Red. And the Zebra Mildliner is red. For the ink pad, I've got to pull the one from January, which is Studio G in color 960. Next, we're going to move on to May. Much in the way of washi that I could use for May, but I thought these two would look all right. Little cactus. Some of them are kind of like the right color, or close to the right color. And the gold, that'll go. And then I have this little thing, which I'm going to probably use for a couple different months. Any of the ones that have a green color. These are actually stickers. And flipping through, there's lots of different colors of green, and I can probably find ones that will go for the month of May in here. And then I'll just move this each month to the next package for the ones that'll fit or that'll work for. And then the ink pad is Tim Holtz in brushed corduroy. I keep forgetting to show you these close up. I'm sorry. So the pen for this is the Uni Emote, and this is in color dark yellow. And this I did order from Jet Pens. And then I went to a Tombow dual brush pen for the highlighter, and this is color 027. I will say that, oops, that's not focusing at all, is it? All right, give up there. I will say that although the Mildliners don't necessarily match perfectly, they are a much not as intense ink, so they are much more like a highlighter than the Tombows. So even though they might not match as well, I thought it would be better. The other point to this is, although Tombow, I could probably get a color that will match every single one of these perfectly, Tombows are a whole lot more expensive than the Mildliners. And so, trying to watch how much I spend on this stuff, I went with the Mildliners whenever I could. And then Tombow if I absolutely had to. So. Next up is June. So the two washis I'm going to use for June are these two. And I know they look nothing alike as far as colors go, but that's all right. The ink is Tim Holtz. And this is not this is not, this is refusing to, all right, here we go. Peeled paint. And then the markers are, the pen I'll use is a Staedtler Triplus fineliner, and this is in color 57, olive green. And then the Tombow again in 158 for a highlighter. Okay, next up is July. I got lots of washies that'll kind of go with July. And I really don't know how much washi I'll use anyway, but we've got lots of them that'll look all right for July. And then for the ink pad, we've got the Dewdrop Memento in Teal Zeal. And for the pens, we have the Staedtler Triplus fineliner in color 63 Delft Blue, and a Zebra Mildliner in Smoke Blue. August is a bit iffy, or a bit, I don't know. I hadn't made a full decision yet for August. So my washies for August. Whoops. Oh, there went that one. My ink pad is Tim Holtz in, oh goodness, Chip Sapphire. I have two different choices for writing in this pen, again, or with a pen for August. First is the Staedtler, and again, color number 36, which I had originally bought at Michael's, where it was titled Dark Gray. And I thought, okay, that one I'll use in the weekly, monthly, yearly overview. But when I did some research online, I found that everybody was using, or some people were using the Staedtler Triplus in indigo blue. And I thought, okay, well, I'll order an indigo blue one from Jet Pens. So I did. This is it. And guess what? It doesn't say what color it is. But it does have the number 36 on it. And so I don't know if this is dark gray or indigo blue. I now have two of them because I obviously ordered this one without really needing it. But what I also ordered from Jet Pens, which was my first attempt, was this ink. I can't even say it. Diartrements in blue gray. I can't get this to focus. And I've put it in one of the preppy pens I bought when I bought my Hobonichi from Hobonichi, and this is that dark gray color, and I really kind of like that much better than the dark gray. So I think I may end up using a fountain pen for my dailies in August. I was gonna try to avoid using a fountain pen in the dailies, but you know, I just think this blue gray looks much better. So that's everything else. Okay, now for September. These are the washis I'm going to use for September, which is, they're both cats. And the ink stamp pad I'm going to use is Tim Holtz in Vintage Photo. And the Staedtler Triplus fineliner in color 75, chocolate brown. And a Tombow again in 947. For October, my washis are these. Oh, can we please focus? There we go. My stamp pad is Dewdrop Memento in Elderberry. And the pens are the Staedtler Triplus in color 260, mauve, and the Zebra Mildliner in violet. November. I'm having such a hard time getting this to focus. And I don't know why. There we go. And the ink pad is Tim Holtz in Pine Needles. The Staedtler Triplus in color 38, Sea Green. And the Zebra Mildliner in Blue Green. And finally, December. Oops. I just love these little ponies. They don't necessarily all go with the December color, but I really wanted to use them. So they're going to be used for December. My ink pad is going to be Tim Holtz in Aged Mahogany. The Staedtler Triplus is in color 28 Mahogany. And the Mildliner is in the color Marigold. Now I also have these two sets of washi, which are, well actually these are PET, so these are just stickers, stamp stickers, and there's all sorts of different colors in here, and I'll just, you know, anytime I have one that sort of matches that month, I might use it on one of the daily pages, and same with these. These are also stickers of stamps. This is an architect series, and so again, different colors, just the same ones here, but as you can see, there's all different sorts. So if you watched my Hobonichi unboxing video, you know I ordered the Stappo, and my plan was to use this for my journaling when I am in bed, because nothing else kind of works for me. I'm hoping this will work pretty well. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set these up for just for each month. I'll put everything in there. Now I talked about a little bit about the stickers I put in the on the monthly pages. These are from an old sticker book I had that was on clearance. Wonton in a Million from Cynthia Koo. And so I used all these monthly stickers. I'm not going to use the dailies or anything for that, but I just thought it was kind of, put a little bit of color on each monthly page, especially since I'm going to be using, mostly gray and black on these pages. And I did, I started to tell you that I did make my own stickers. These are on clear waterproof shipping labels, and I did a color match, so these actually are the right color, but I didn't think they were big enough to put. I wanted something big for these pages, and you see what a huge difference that is in how, and it doesn't matter that they don't, that doesn't, let me rephrase this. It doesn't matter that these don't color match, because this I'm going to be using just the grays and blacks. So I still could use these maybe on the first, maybe this first blank page in the Hobonichi for each month, I can use these. I haven't decided yet. So those stickers in there, and again, I've got my little freebie bag from Hobonichi that I'm going to use for trash when I'm sitting there in bed. I have some stickers already in here that'll be used again on the year, month, and weekly views. I think I went over these when I did a haul video. And so now I've got all these. And again, I'm not going to use all of these at the same time. I'll pick like 3 to use for a couple. This string is bothering me here. Okay, so I'll use, so these have to go, oh no, these don't go in there. These are going to go in here. And my little stamp pad will go in there. And these, let's see, I've got 2 Chinese ones. I'll pick one of those, and one of these will go in here for later. I've got a couple different just gray ones. I'll pick one of those, and one can go in there for later. This one I kind of think I won't use. I don't know. I'm going to put it aside for now anyway. Dark gray, I'll use this one for now and put this one away. Oh, let me see if am I getting this good? Okay, and then the cat stickers. Let's see. What have I got for cat stickers? I've got lots of cat stickers. Okay, I definitely want to use little cat faces, because for any one of these, I may just be cutting one little thing off and not using a whole strip of washi. So that, the cat paws, I think I'll use. And I'll put all the rest of these in here. And then I can swap these out as I go through. And now we've got January's. Those, all of those, and that. And there we go. So that's, oh, I guess I'll probably stick these in too. I'll stick these. Actually, a fountain pen I don't want laying, sitting upright like that. I'll put it on its side. I really don't like any of my pens upright, but I think for just a month it'll be all right. It won't be a big deal. So then that's everything I'm going to be using for the month of January. All set and ready to go. I do have, of course I do have stickers and stamps I'll also be using. I kind of went over these, I think, in a haul. But these little stamps, you know, I might use some of these. Like I've been using that one. I used that one in the test pages for theater events. I was going to a Broadway show in February, Sweeney Todd, and then a show in Boston, Clue. Those. And these little ones are just great. There's all kinds of little icons for lots of chores and other things. And this is the other part of that set. Lots of little, they even got car wash. Too adorable. So lots of things there I'll be using. And of course these can fit in there. I just don't want it to be too terribly full. Those can go right there. These are kind of all too tall to go in there. And I honestly don't know as if I'll be using much of these anyway, because the weather stamps, there are weather stamps in these other ones that I already put in there, so I don't think I'll need any of those necessarily. These, I did use a little cupcake, though. No, that might have been a different cupcake I used. But there's little, you know, there's some cute little ones here, like a little disco ball, a little masquerade party. I may just break a few of these off of here and set up a small little card with a few of these from each one of these. Same with this one. This one's got some really cool weather ones. So I definitely probably want to, again, I'll make one smaller card from different ones from these three that I'll probably use. and then I can put it in there. So that's still has to be done. And then stickers. I don't know how much of these I'll use for this, but we'll see. I think I'll use quite a bit, but I'll definitely use these four little sticker books. They've got some adorable little things in them, and nice small tiny little stickers. Should be good to stick in places in the Hobonichi. Just for a little pop of color here and there. These are all food ones. Some kind of fun ones in here. And these are all season ones. So these, there's one for every holiday. Although they don't have Halloween in here, which I think is kind of weird. They have Christmas. They have two for Christmas, Thanksgiving. Oops, I'm not doing it very well here. Football, which they have football, but they don't have Halloween. Weird. Back to school, which I don't need. 4th of July, summer, Easter, St. Patty's Day, spring, Valentine's Day, and New Year's. So those are kind of fun little stickers. And then, I think I showed you all these already, but maybe not. Again, I'm not sure I'm going to use dates, day dates, but there's, some stickers here I might use. I probably won't use much of that at all. Well, these are kind of a little bit bigger, although there are some tiny ones in there. But, if there's a day that I don't put a whole lot on my daily page, it might be fun to stick one of those in there if I can find a sort of color coordinating one. And this is the same. Yeah, this is Farmhouse and this is Farmhouse. These are just a whole lot smaller in here, and there's obviously different things in here besides just stickers. So anyway, and then these are all monochromatic, so color coded. And some of these will match pretty well for some of the months in the Hobonichi, or match close enough anyway. So that's all. So that's all the stickers. Again, I don't think, I won't be using stickers all that often, so I don't think I necessarily have to have them in this little pouch, but they all fit right in here, so it's easy enough for me to have this pouch right with my Hobonichi and this, and take all this to whatever room I'm working on them. So that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you have any questions about anything, just shoot a comment to me, or you can contact me. Information is down below in the description. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And this is going to come out hopefully before Thanksgiving, so have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Safe and happy holiday with all of those that you love. All right. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.